Hey and welcome back to Kallerhult Creations. Today I'm going to show you a flip through of this sketchbook. It's a STILLMAN BIRN Epsilon sketchbook that I finished not even last year but the year before. So I began this sketchbook the 10th of October 2019 and ended it the 3rd of November 2019. This sticker is from Naomi Lord, I think. I'm gonna leave a link to her Etsy shop. I was gonna put it on the cover, but it has like special texture so the sticker wouldn't stick. So my goal for this sketchbook was to tell stories, so let's just dive in and see if I accomplished that. So the first spread is basically just a bunch of thumbnails and some stuff. Yeah, okay, moving on. Mushrooms. So we have Posca marker mushrooms, and this is made from gouache, and this is a little drawing Linus made me that I just pasted in here, and some fine liners and brush pen, I think. Yeah, just a bunch of mushrooms. Then the pet supply shop I work at is called Zoo, and we were gonna do like a Halloween thingy, so Boo. So I made like a little brainstorm, and I was gonna make like accessories, so we could have like a photo booth and stuff. Unfortunately I fell ill, so I couldn't really go through with all of my ideas, so this was gonna be like a little setup so people could put their dogs here and take a photo of them. This is my humor. I wanted to, as I said in the beginning, tell stories. I was like, I'm gonna draw the narrative rodent on like different spreads to put emphasis on what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so I did some preliminary sketches, some studies of other artists' rodent-like creatures. So this is from Sven Nordqvist, the one who make Petson and Findus, and this is from Ratatouille, and I think this is one of my rats, and this is just a rat skull and small doodles. This was from a date night with my beloved fiance Alex. So we went to this place where there's sushi going around on a thing. I took the bus into Gothenburg, and on the way I was playing Wizards Unite, and this little drawn selfie. This is from a fortune cookie, and it's quite funny. I don't usually believe in stuff like this, but it says, "Stop, your health doesn't allow records," and that is very true. If you move on forward in my life, my health deteriorated quite abruptly, and we went to the movie. This was some little doodle thingies I made while my son was at karate practice, so I wanted to make more expressive characters, so I just drew a bunch of small girls. And this was also, you know, if you have an idea, want to develop that idea, so it was like pug rhymes with bug, bumble, pug, bumblebee. Yeah, so I drew like pugs as insects, and this might be something I'm gonna come back to at a later date because I thought it was really funny. Frogs. And here's the narrative rat. So this is a rat that's riding a lizard, because that's fun. Just some doodles, brush pen. I think perhaps I got a new brush pen and I just want to try it out. This is from What We Do in the Shadows, so I don't really like the outcome of this, but I like the general idea, and these are like screen captures, screen grabs. This was line of action class mode, yeah, so I was drawing hands and feet. I really need to do more of this, just quick sketches. This was also from line of action, but with small critters. I bought some stuff from Pen Store, and I got this little note. These are two master studies, or I should say, from the Burrow, so two different styles of the drawings. I think this is from the book The Art of Harry Potter or something. I really like how these turn out, both of them. They're quite different, but I like them both. Apparently I got some designer gouache from Pen Store. I then went to Flying Tiger and bought more acrylic paint markers. I wanted to see how they held up to, compared to Posca. They're not the same league at all. I was playing ukulele and drew some characters and a scene from the movie. No, not the movie, from the game. Actually, I didn't play it as much as my kid did, but yeah, I'm a noob when it comes to playing video games. So, like when he was learning to play video games, I was learning as well. So, yeah. And this is a nice, a fun quote from my daughter. She said, "Look, Mom, so many feathers," and she pointed at leaves. And I was like, what if birds had leaves instead of feathers? And I drew a wing of how the feathers are arranged on a wing, and I was gonna do like a little series of like leaves instead. Didn't do that. This was, if you have seen my previous sketchbook tour, I drew people waiting at a bus stop when I had lunch at work. So I just wrote "the bus people returns," and then I drew a first line and was gonna continue on drawing, but I think I was sick, so I didn't go to work basically. This is a little selfie. This was Linus drawing, and Fendi had squished herself into his chair. This was just a little thumbnail of the view from my kitchen window. Today in micro fashion, and it's Lily. Then we went to Halloween at Liseberg. So this was, I think this was like from the promotional poster. I just did a little thumbnail. I like the composition in this picture. And this is one of the little scenes they have built up. The constant struggle. I used to train karate, and I knew how to how to tie the belt, but I totally forgot, so I just drew a little instructional things when I helped my son. Here are just some quick studies from Pinterest people. I like the combination of using the same space but then different gel pens, I think it is. Yeah. This is also from Liseberg. They had mounted a bunch of umbrellas, like between two buildings, which are really cool. So I think this is made with gouache. Hand practices. So now you know how long time the collab with Steph had been in progress. I posted this in 2020, but I started, you know, brainstorming way earlier. And my project was like this big, and then I shrunk it down to be what the end result is. So I leave a card up here so you can go click it. This is like one of my favorite videos on my channel. Here are just some more studies of what I was gonna draw for the little collab. Yeah, and this was when I was super sick, when I felt super sick. So I had like bronchitis and yeah, everything hurts. I decided to watch through the entire series of Star Wars. I've seen like movies on and off, but not all of them in order. So this was like a suggested watching order or something. So yeah, these are small drawings connected to my illness. I got some inhalers that said that you could get like mouth fungus, very nice. And also, I don't know what it's called in English, but in Swedish it's called torsk, and torsk is also the name of a fish, so I drew a torsk. So this just, my lungs were hurting as heck. More Star Wars drawings. More Star Wars drawings. I really like this spread. It's like a bunch of studies from different artists. Some of them I made up from my mind. This is me, I think, and then most of them are just like Glenn Keane, and we have Little Digits, drawing with waffles. So yeah, this is a great way to, you know, study. This is probably my favorite spread of the whole book. I was drawing body types and I wanted to make them bigger, because usually like when people create characters, they're like thin and cute girls, and I like chubby and gorgeous women. So I really want to get back into drawing more like this. And this is another spread of bodies. I didn't like it as much as this one. This face was ugly, so I put a sticker on top of it. These are more preliminary sketches for the collab with Steph. I was sick, so I couldn't come to the movies with my family, but they went to see the Queen's Corgi, I think it's called in English. And this is just a little research of how come the legs are so short. So, oh, this is also one of my favorite spreads in this sketchbook. This is a skull, and it's really heavily inspired by Mary Sanchez, Thoughts Up North. I love her gouache studies, and I love skeletons, so this is nice. This made in gouache. And then I drew a bunch of faces, and I like this. I was thinking about perhaps joining, you know, the 100 faces challenge, but I didn't really want to do it, so I just filled one spread with faces, or eyes. These are really nice. I really like these. They're made with Posca markers. I think the reference is from a book I have of like famous art and stuff. I don't really remember. More Star Wars. So this is made with gouache. This is ballpoint pen. These are Posca markers. This is graphite and yeah, ballpoint pen. And then I had a fun idea to draw like the haunted pet shop. So yeah, just a bunch of ideas. Maybe I'll dive back into this. It's aligned with my little idea to tell stories. And this is a little bunny. I think this is also gouache, yes. Then I watched The Handbook for the Recently Deceased, and I just, oh, she's gorgeous. And I really like this. It's made from with Posca markers. This is polychromos pens. And then my baby girl Fendi, my Australian Shepherd, she turned 11, and as you all know, when you turn 11 you get, you know, that's when you start Hogwarts and you get sorted. And she is, she's a Slytherin. Yeah, so these are just some thumbnails of what the final piece should be, and this is made with Pro markers. Yeah, Pro markers. And then I covered the backside with the gouache probably again. I watched The Nightmare Before Christmas, and then I was like, I need to draw more noses, who knows. I didn't finish the spread. Then comes a great study of one of my favorite Instagram and YouTube artists, Noobsy Draws. Her selfie images are awesome. I really like the expressionness in her character, so I just, you know, copied some of her art to try to get a feel of how she was drawing, and then I tried to implement it to my own like selfie character, avatar, whatever. So I didn't want to like copy it straight off, but I really liked some of the features that she uses, and I wanted to try my hand on it. And then I just tried a different things to see what I liked. Drink a lot of coffee. So no passion for fashion. This was like my constant outfit when I was sick. I really like Link's expression here. I wanted to do more like everyday doodles. This is me trying to trim off the fur from my fluffy dog feet. And yeah, don't know how to draw a hand holding a scissor, but like this. Here I continued on doing some expression studies and yeah, practice hands, goddammit. Sorry for the nice language. This is almost the last spread, so I just did some thumbnails of how I was gonna end this sketchbook and start the next one. And then some little doodles of dogs and me, and yeah. A quote, my daughter says, like, if you take a walk, it's called promenade in Swedish, and she called it hurrenad. So I just want to remember that, so I wrote it down there. So long, and thanks for all the fish. So that was my sketchbook. I really loved it. I would definitely buy it again. It held up to most mediums. One of my favorite features is the paper is really white. I like white paper, not off-white. It's a nice size, it's very portable. I like the feeling of, I like the texture. The downside is it has no pockets. I like to have like a little pocket in the back so I can just tuck in loose stuff, and no elastic closure. That would be nice. But I like to have like a soft cover, so I mostly use hardcover sketchbooks, and I think I'm gonna go for more soft covers in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little sketchbook tour. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye, hej då!